What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the sneaker releases for the month of February, as well as some upcoming sneaker releases for 2023. We even have a first look at the Nike Air Force 1 Tiffany's and a whole lot more. So grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get right into it. Welcome to Trending 101, your place for all sneaker trending news. I'm your host Vega, and today we're going to be talking about the sneaker releases for the month of February. And like always, I'm going to tell you whether you should cop or pass. That way you get a better idea of how I'm feeling about the sneakers. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and talk about some crazy sneaker trending news that are happening right now. I'm gonna keep this short, sweet, to the point, almost like a hot take. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the Tiffany Nike Air Force 1s. These were just announced. We even saw LeBron James rocking them not too long ago with a very nasty varsity jacket. In my opinion, the jacket looks even better than the sneakers themselves. But how do you guys feel about the sneakers? Do you like them? Do you don't? For $400, I feel it's pretty steep. They're being released on March 7th, and it's just kind of a weak and lazy execution if you were to ask me. But they are also releasing a set of accessories that start at $250, like a brush, like a whistle, and much more. However, there's another sample that just surfaced, and this one has a whole Tiffany color on the upper part with a black swoosh, and I think that looks even better in my opinion. That should have been the Tiffany, or at least give me the color blocking of the Nike SB's Dunks that released not too long ago with that whole Tiffany and black color blocking. That looks even better. But these are just lazy. Oh my, we have Nike suing another company, and that is Nike now is suing Bape. And you are kind of like, really? Like, wasn't this supposed to happen like decades ago? As a sneakerhead, we kind of just gotten used to the fact that Bape just straight up copies Nike. For example, the Air Force 1 Low turned into a Bapesta. The Air Force 1 Mid turned into a Bapesta Mid. The Dunk Low turned into a Skate-sta. I mean, you get the point. I mean, they're just pretty much copy and pasting. Now, I want to say this right off the bat, copying someone's product is just wrong, period. But why now, Nike? Why not just pump the brakes on the company decades ago? Like, I feel that Nike's doing this because just like every company, they lost a lot of money during the COVID season, and now even because of the whole recession, and now they want to go and sue them for decades back. That's just kind of like shady at the same time. Tell them like from the get-go, not wait decades later and try to kind of like make money off of that as well. Nike's on my feet, my site complete. Nike's on my feet. Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about some sneaker releases, and the first one up, which I'm not really sure why I have this in here, but here we go. The Nike ISPA Mindbody, or ISPA Mindbody. If they did release, it was supposed to be on February 1st, but what is this? Like, what the f is this? I mean, they're taking that whole super worn take like Balenciagas, and wow, this is just a pass. Up next, we have another sneaker that probably released by the time this video drops, and that is the New Balance 990 V3 YCMC collab. This is set to be releasing on February 2nd for $195. Of course, I'm gonna say it gives me the outerwear vibes, because that's pretty much what they were going for. If you look at their marketing campaign, it kind of looks like that, and it gives me the whole ACG vibes because of the purple, orange, and green color. I think it looks very clean, and even though it has all of those colors that pop, I feel that it's still pretty easy to wear. For me, this is just a cop. Up next, we have the Union Jordan 1 Low KOs in the white colorway. These are set to be releasing on February 2nd for $150. And yeah, they are definitely clean, especially if you missed out on the Jordan 1 Low Neutral Grays that released a couple of years back. You probably would go for these, right? Especially also that they have like the Union name attached to the sneaker. I feel that is a pretty clean pair of kicks. However, If you notice, it is a canvas pair of sneakers. The canvas material in white gets dirty so crazy that for me stresses me out so much that for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and say pass. If you weren't really feeling the Jordans that I just talked about, then you might like these. These are the Union Jordan 1 Lows, KOs of course, in the sale colorway. These are set to be releasing on February 4th for $150. Now these are clean as well, and they kind of give me the whole Yankees vibes, and I like the Yankees, so that pretty much goes in their favor. I also feel that the material is a little bit better and easy to handle, you know, unlike the other ones that are like more of a canvas pair. This kind of looks like a suede in the front. Not any better, but better than canvas, I'll tell you that. So I feel that just because it has that navy blue swoosh is also a nice contrast with the Union LA label right there. I think that these look very clean, to be honest with you. So for that reason, I'm gonna say cop. The next sneaker that I want to talk about is the Tom Sachs Nike Craft General Purpose Shoe in the brown colorway. These are very, very nice. These are set to be releasing on February 7th for $110. My only problem with this is the release date. I wish that these would have dropped in fall time. This brown looks so good, and if you work in an office where they don't allow sneakers, you could probably get away wearing these, because this is a very good execution of a sneaker that looks like a shoe that you could dress up, you could dress down. I feel that this is so different that it almost deserves a spot in your sneaker rotation. So for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and say cop. Up next, we have a woman exclusive. This time is the Jordan 4 Oil Green. This is set to be releasing on February 9th for $200. And yeah, they're pretty clean. But to me, the most crazy part about this not being a woman exclusive is also the fact that they are actually pretty limited. So if you're into limited sneakers, if you're trying to resell, or if you just like these, I really suggest that you do your due diligence. They're only releasing 200,000 pairs. And if you compare that to the Nike Craft, they're gonna have like 300,000 to 400, so pretty much almost 50% less. So I feel that if you're gonna go for these, just do what you need to do. However, for me, if you start getting into that whole oil green, olive green territory, and you put a white as kind of the main color, I really don't like it that much. And for that reason, I'm gonna say pass. Speaking of the Jordan 4 Craft, these are set to be releasing on February 11th for $210. These are pretty clean as well, and these are probably a cop for a lot of people, especially if they missed out on the Jordan 4 Cool Grays. Me, for example, I had the Jordan 4 Cool Grays, so why would I get these? Sure, it is a lighter gray. Sure, they probably look a tiny bit cleaner, but if you don't have either or, I would highly recommend that you get the Jordan 4 Cool Grays, just because I think they have more history and they hold more weight, which that means that they're gonna hold more value later on. So I feel that for me personally, it's just a pass. Honestly, this is a very, very sad part right now where I get to go ahead and talk about something that was so nice, something that was so beautiful, so great. And I'm talking about the Nike All-Star Pack. Back in 2012 with the Galaxy Pack and even the Gumbo Pack, I feel that they were pretty much on point. And fast forward till today, we missed out on some years. They didn't even do them in some years. And now they come up with this. The LeBron, the KDs, and the Giannis set to be releasing on February 16th. This is a weak pack. You know, if you were to go ahead and look at the KDs look pretty good, but for me, all of these are just a pass. Up next, we have the Jordan 1 85 in the black white colorway. These are set to be releasing on February 15th for $200. I feel that these look very clean. However, they have the 85 name attached to it. What does that mean? It is basically a higher cut than your regular Jordan 1s. So some people don't like that, some people do. Me personally, I just feel that every black white pair of kicks looks great. It pretty much goes with everything. A lot of people hate on the pandas, but people buy the pandas because they could pretty much wear it with anything. If you're tired of the pandas, then you might just go for these, which pretty much are almost like the pandas, but in the Jordan 1 format. For me, it's gonna be a pass, but I could definitely see that a lot of people are gonna go ahead and get these because of the color blocking, but again, it's just a pass. We have another classic coming up, and that is the Jordan 13 playoffs. These are set to be releasing on February 18th for $200. Again, classic, one of my favorite 13s of all time, and they're actually very good for playing ball. Like out of all of the Jordan sneakers, as far as like 1 through 14, the 13s are very comfy to play ball in. So if you want to get them for that reason, go ahead and do so. I actually have played in this same exact colorway, and every time I play on them, I feel that they just feel very good. As far as me getting them, I probably won't get them just because I have a pair that, even though I have played ball in, they still look pretty much almost new because I clean my kicks. So if you get them, I can definitely understand why. It's just a classic. But for me, for this time, it's just gonna be a pass. I don't know about you, but when you think about Teddy Santis, you probably think about New Balance just like me, and we have a New Balance 990 V3 in an olive colorway, of course, by Teddy Santis, and these look very, very clean in my opinion. They kind of remind me a little bit of the YCMC that I talked about earlier, and it kind of looks like it would be part of that pack because it has those neutral tones with loud colors like the orange, the purple, but then you mix in brown, tan, and olive, and I think these look very, very clean. This is a Teddy Santis banger. If you like these, for sure, go ahead and cop. Me, on the other hand, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of undecided, but I guess if I don't get the YCMCs, for me, then this is a cop. In this part of the video, I like to go over some of the sneaker leaks that we have so far and go over the images. That way you get a better idea of what's going to be releasing later on this year. The first one that I want to talk about is the Nike Air Max 97 in the gold bullet colorway. This is set to be releasing on March 3rd. Take that with a grain of salt because it is still a sneaker leak. However, it's going to be for $185. They're classic, they're timeless. It is a gold bullet Air Max 97. In my opinion, this is the second best colorway. The Air Max 97 silver bullets are number one, and then these, just because they're a little bit harder to match, but when you wear them, they're just special. It holds a lot of value and a lot of weight in that OG sneakerhead community, and ultimately, this is just a piece of Nike Air Max history. The next sneaker that I want to talk about is the Jordan 1 Low OG Black Cement. These are set to be releasing on June 23rd. Now, again, take that with a grain of salt. But these give me kind of those Dunk Low Supreme vibes, or Dunk SB Supreme vibes. These look very clean. Again, it kind of throws me off why the Jordan brand is doing the whole elephant or cement print all over the sneaker. Like, I just don't know why they're doing it. However, I prefer the lows better than the highs. So for me, it might be a cop. I don't know. I have to see more pictures. Maybe someone wearing them would maybe kind of convince me to buy them. But how do you guys feel about this sneaker specifically? You rather have the high or you rather have the low? Go ahead and comment below. Last but not least, and recently just leaked, and I just gotta say I am in love. These look very clean. These are the Air Max 1's Safari Summit White, and they're rumored to be releasing sometime in the time frame of Air Max Day, which that happens normally towards the end of March. I think that, again, these look beautiful. Summit White with a safari print in a light gray, and those little hints of light baby blue just make the sneaker look so crispy, clean, perfect for spring, perfect for summer. If I was to get these, man, I'm going to rock the crap out of them. That's just how much I like them. Nike's just been killing it lately with the Air Max 1, and the Air Max 1 is one of my favorite models, at least top 3 and sometimes top 1. It just really depends on the colorway, but these right here, if Nike keeps dropping stuff like this, they're just gonna empty out my bank account. That's gonna be it for today's episode of Trending 101. Hope you found it informative and entertaining. If you are going for any kind of sneakers this month, go ahead and do your due diligence. Put in that legwork. You know, enter as many raffles as you can. Just good luck to y'all. It is really hard to get sneakers, but you know, sometimes it is what it is. Even if you don't have the money, you could still get them. Just do a trade or sell some of the sneakers that you don't want anymore just to get the ones that you want. At the end, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything that you do. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment Galaxy Pack and let me know that you really rock with your boy and that you watch all the way through. If you haven't done it by now, go ahead and subscribe, smash the like button, it really does mean a lot, and also hit that bell. That way you get notified every single time I drop a video. Also, if you're not doing so, follow me on Instagram at carlosvega101. I'm always updating the date and time of my videos, and it's just a good little way of keeping up with me as well. With that being said, till next time, peace.